So you're looking to simplify your company's travel bookings and expense management, and you've come across Navan. Well, in today's video, I'm going to clearly explain what Navan is and how it simplifies business travel and expenses, the standout features that make Navan popular in 2025 and how it compares to other corporate travel and expense platforms, and the key considerations you absolutely need to know before deciding if Navan is right for you. Also, if you're interested in exploring Navan for yourself, feel free to use the link below to support the channel at any point. Diving right into things, what is Navan? Well, I actually came across Navan about 6 months ago, saw the ad, and it said that it could save me time and money for booking travel for my employees, which was interesting to me because our company does a fair bit of travel. We send our team to different events and we have corporate retreats and things like that. And for me, it's been a bit of a pain point having to book flights for all of our employees or, send them credit cards, reimburse them. There's, a few different ways that you can do corporate travel, but all of them kind of suck, either from a bandwidth standpoint or from an accounting standpoint. It's a bit annoying. And so for me, it was a problem. I saw this ad, I clicked into it, and after doing a little bit of research, I was pretty sold. And over the past 6 months, Navan has probably saved me about 20 hours of work, a couple hundred, maybe a couple $1,000s. So safe to say, Navan, one of my favorite tools for my business at this point. Now, why is that? Well, Navan, formerly Trip Actions, it's an all-in-one cloud-based platform that basically streamlines all of your corporate travel booking, your expense tracking, and your financial reporting. So instead of using a bunch of different disconnected tools, manual processes, employees buy things, you reimburse them, or you give them a corporate card and you have to categorize expenses, Navan brings the bookings, the expenses, and the approvals all into one single interface. So your employees are able to book flights, book hotels, rental cars, trains, all directly within the Navan platform. All of the expenses are automatically recorded, and this drastically, for us, has reduced a ton of tedious tasks. Basically, we just send a Navan invite to all of our team, and then whenever we have corporate travel coming up, they just log in, they book their flights. I get an email sent to me saying, hey, so-and-so booked a flight. You've got 24 hours to review it. You can either approve it or deny it. And then if I approve it, it goes through and the flight is booked. And then on the employee side, they're able to scan their receipts with the mobile app, and that will pair it automatically with the company card charges, because all the charges are happening on the company card rather than their personal card. So from an accounting standpoint, it's way the heck simpler. You don't have to run any reimbursements. And you can even set really custom rules so that if an employee wants to go out of policy and book a flight that is more expensive, they can put that additional portion on their personal card and the main portion on the company card. Then all of this syncs seamlessly with either QuickBooks, Xero, NetSuite, Sage, really whatever ERP platform you're using to ensure that all these expenses get into your financial systems without you having to do any manual entry. So let's talk about some of the key features Navan has to offer. First of which is their integrated travel booking. So it consolidates all of your flight, hotel, rental car, train bookings in one spot, making it super easy for you and your team. I love this. It makes my life so easy because I don't have to go out there and book all of the individual travel for my team. I don't have to ask them for their, TSA pre-check number or their birthday or all these other things to, book these flights. They're able to do it all themselves. It's way faster. And on top of that, it doesn't cost anything extra. So you would think, oh, all of this convenience must cost a good amount, right? No, it's free to use if you have a small team, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But for my use case, completely free. I do not pay Navan anything. Now, also as a function of their platform, you're able to access exclusive corporate discounts on some of the bookings as well. So you're paying less than you would have booking it directly, which is huge. And it's automatically capturing all the booking details and putting them in one spot. So if I want to see, okay, when is my team going to land on this retreat? When do their flights come in? All of that is in one spot, super easy to find. Next, it's automating all of the expense management. So it's automatically tracking all of the company card transactions and receipt uploads in one spot, and then bringing that into our accounting software. This completely eliminates the need for employees to submit manual expense reports, which is a completely unnecessary task. Next, you can set up policy controls and compliance. Like I talked about, you can have customized policies for airfare, hotel rates, meals, other categories, so that you don't have employees coming to you saying, oh, can I do this? Can I do that? Appealing certain things. It's just no, the rules are set and they're firm. And if you want to have them flexible, you can. If you want to allow employees to, put their personal cards on there to spend extra, you can, but you can just set the rules and then the rules are followed automatically. And if anybody does try to book anything outside of policy, you're instantly alerted and you can decide whether you want to approve that or not. Then all of this integrates smoothly with your accounting and ERP, so you can get all the information exactly where you need it. This is going to automatically map all the expenses to your general ledger, to your accounting codes. It's all in the place that you need it to be. Then you're getting real-time analytics and reporting through their dashboards, so you can get granular insights on, who's spending what, who's traveling the most, what team is most efficient in terms of their travel spending, which projects are costing you the most, etc. And within these analytics tools, they have built-in savings identification opportunities and spending patterns so that you can really make sense of this data and action on it. They've also got a pretty solid mobile app and cloud access so that you can be tapping into Navan wherever you or your team happens to be. You can manage bookings, you can get real-time itinerary updates, instant receipt uploads, all of that directly from your phone, so that both employees and admins can have full access anytime, anywhere. Now let's talk about pricing a little bit. So Navan is built to really scale with you and accommodate businesses of any scale. They have both a free tier and a paid tier. The free tier is for smaller companies under 300 employees. So if you have less than 300 employees, Navan is going to be free. The way that they're able to do that is because they are powered by their travel providers' commission fees. So because they send so much business to Delta, American Airlines, etc., they're getting a small commission for driving that sale. Pretty standard. Now, if you're 300 employees or more, then you're going to be looking at an enterprise plan, which is fully customizable. It's got global support, and they will work with you and get you a quote on what exactly that is going to cost. So on the free plan, there's no platform fees. You book flights, hotels, cars, everything that we've talked about so far, tracking expenses, scanning receipts, mobile app access, all of that completely free for you if your team is 300 employees or less. Now on the enterprise plan, pricing is going to be custom based on your usage, which features you want, etc. You're going to be able to access things like advanced approval workflows, VIP travel management, really just get the whole white glove service if that is something that you want. But again, it's very custom and they'll build it out for you depending on what you actually care about. You're also going to be getting obviously premium support, more in-depth expense policy tools, deeper ERP and accounting integrations, really just everything that you would need as a large company to make sure that Navan is making your life as easy as possible. In general, from reports that you can find online, most companies report paying anywhere from $10 to $25 per active user per month on enterprise plans, but it is going to be fully custom pricing. Now, one thing that's really important with travel is customer support, right? If things change, if things go wrong, can you get a hold of them? So Navan offers 24/7 customer support. It's comprehensive, it's around the clock, so that you can get immediate assistance on any travel disruption, changes, expense queries. So far so good, but now let's talk about the things that you absolutely need to know before deciding if Navan is right for you. So first has to do with the initial setup. Now, it can be a little bit complex to get your whole team up and running, get your settings configured, get your policies configured. This did take me a little while, and I've got a very small team. So if you do have a larger team, more complex policies, this could be something that takes you a little while. The next thing to note is that occasionally their categorization can have some errors. So there might be some expenses that need manual correction. So just because they're auto-categorizing things doesn't necessarily mean that it's always going to be 100% accurate. One other thing that I will mention is they are a cloud-only platform. So if you are a more traditional company with, paper-based processes or limited online workflows, I don't really know who's not fully online at this point, but if that is you, then it might be a little bit trickier to get fully onboarded and get Navan into your workflow. They also don't have the best reviews. So right now, Navan's sitting at a 3.8 out of 5 on Trustpilot with around 300 reviews. So what you will see in those reviews on the pro side of things, really easy to book, very smooth expense tracking, really solid mobile app. On the con side of things, tech issues, sometimes support can be slow to respond. Occasionally people have problems with their accounts. So my takeaway here, really great for organized teams, could be potentially a little bit riskier if you need really fast support or flawless reliability. Like in my experience, I haven't had any issues. I haven't had to contact Navan support once, but I've got a small team and we only travel, maybe a few times a quarter. So if you are a large company that's doing, hundreds of trips a quarter, then you might run into more issues. Now let's talk briefly about how Navan stacks up compared to some of their competitors. So looking at other companies like Concur, Expensify, and Burst, Navan stands out because what they do is they combine the advanced travel booking features with the expense tracking in one streamlined solution. Other systems are typically going to excel either in the travel management or the expense tracking, but Navan is bringing both together. And in my opinion, it's better at both than these other point solutions are at each individual. So if corporate travel is something that is a friction point for you, if it is taking up a decent amount of your or someone on your team's bandwidth, in my opinion, Navan, pretty solid solution to look at. It's made my life a lot easier. And so I'm quite sold on it. If you do want to support the channel and check out Navan for yourself, feel free to use the link in the description below. I really do appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.